Presenting Earl, who wants to help his friend James with his green screen. Welcome, Earl.
This is where I need Earl's help, because I just got my background today, my green screen. However, the screen is very green. So I don't know if it's gonna work. Anyway, this is my test video. And if I post it, then I hope Earl will look at it. So, hopefully I got a great background to go.
Dang. Well, thanks, James. That's going to leave a mark. Earl, would you come over here and help Earl off the floor?
All righty then. Come on, big boy. He hit me. Hank, don't see no blood on you, you'll live.
Wow. Well, James, I probably have more questions than answers for you. Like, how in the world did you manage to make a video like this, then upload it to Facebook looking like this?
Hopefully I got a great background to go.
That was hilarious. What's weird though is that when I ripped that video off of Facebook, it's saved onto my computer as normal, 16.9 aspect ratio or landscape, while somehow you managed to post it in 9:16 aspect ratio or portrait. Then there's the first video you did.
Scotty beamed me down. This is all that showed back up.
I have no words for this other than creepy. However, opposite to your other video, this one was on Facebook looking normal, but when I ripped it, it did this.
I'm still waiting for the rest of me. This is great.
I'm so confused. I'm honored that you asked for my help using a green screen, but I just got mine too, so still learning it as well. Hey, I'm just a hobbyist, video making. You did ask for my help, so I'll dive a little deeper by talking about other things I use to make videos as well. So let's mention the main topic of this video, my green screen. Earl, would you please give us a demonstration of the green screen I bought and how it works?
All righty then. But I'm going to use this advertisement off the internet because these people are prettier than I am.
The use of brand names and/or any mention or listing of specific products or services herein is solely for educational purposes and does not imply endorsement by me or my partners, nor discrimination against similar brands, products, or services not mentioned.
So it comes from the Amazon in a case like this. You pull it out from under your bed like this. You fold the legs out like this. You open it like this. You raise it like this. Then you stand in front of it like this. Or you can fold it back up and take it to your mama's house when she invites you for dinner so she can stand in front of it. Then, after you brag about how much you paid for it, she can slap you silly for being such a knucklehead.
Well, thanks, Earl. Earl, do you have anything to add?
I love it.
Well, thank you for your kind words, Earl. Yes, James, I could have paid up to 1/20th the price for a chroma key background. It may have been bigger, and I could have probably walked on it, which I cannot do with mine, but I don't need to walk far since I'm sitting. Besides, nobody wants to see my shoes anyway, just my pretty face. With the green screen I bought, I don't need to hang a curtain rod, and I don't need to worry about wrinkles. All I have to do is unlatch it, pull the handle up, stand it up, and off I go to whatever I'm going to record, like right now, which I hope you're enjoying. When doing chroma key using a green screen, a red shirt is good, but green shorts is bad.
Oh, geez, oh,
Now, I've tried several computers with average-sized CPUs, but found them to be insufficient for handling the demands of the video editing software that I use. Video gamers know this as well. Average computers are too slow for rendering videos. And I mean slow. Those computers' internal cooling fans get to screaming as if they're going to hover off my desk. This man can explain way better than I can why that is.
So one of the things that often happens, like around here, is when I'm producing these videos, when I'm actually making the final video, well, that encoding, that video encoding work is actually very computationally heavy. It really does exercise the CPU at a very high level. The net result is the CPU usage is often maxed out for durations of time, and it generates a lot of heat.
My now 3-year-old Dell computer has an Intel Core 7 processor
i7.
and a... What?
Core i7.
Well, Miss Know-It-All, what else can you tell them?
Well, your computer uses a 4-core Intel i7 2.8 gigahertz processor with a 1 terabyte magnetic serial ATA hard drive with a 64-bit operating system, x64-based processor with 16 gigabytes of installed RAM. You want to know what the usable RAM clock speed or the graphical processing unit is?
No thanks, though.
Alrighty then.
What he said.
And you need to upgrade too. You want to know what you should do with that?
Thanks, I'll look into it. The software, or computer app, I use is CyberLink Power Director. There are certainly many better programs out there, but far worse ones as well. Power Director just happens to be what I worked my way up to, and after some class time in YouTube University, you know, Power Director's many features were the easiest for me to learn. It also happens to be part of CyberLink's applications suite, which includes photo and audio editing programs, which are cross-compatible with the video editor. As such, they seamlessly transfer edited images or audio straight back into the video project that I'm working on. That's not without problems, though. In my case, with the Power Director software glitches are oh so rampant that it has made me invent new cuss words. Oh, you say you want to hear some? Well then, nah. I've learned to deal with Power Director's glitches by not going overboard in a single given project. Instead, I break up a perspective video into smaller bites, render each separately, then put the rendered bites together in a final project. Also, given the multitude of times that I've lost my work when the program crashed, I learned to save, save, save. Even though the program does that automatically, I'll still hit the save icon myself, when my brain tells me to. Shaboobly. Really? I guess it's time to upgrade. The camera I use. What?
What?
The people, my audience. Earl.
What?
What happened to my camera?
I don't know. Look.
Well, how in the world did that get over here? What, did it grow legs on it or something?
This here tripod has legs on it. You reckon they was trying to use them to get away since they tried to hearing you? I know I am. I had a notion to find the shortest means of egress myself.
Well, if you want to leave, then go ahead.
Alrighty then.
Garbage truck breath.
I heard that. I got ears in the back of my head.
Take a break.
Hi. Well, Earl went to go potty. I stole his microphone.
I want to show you my favorite part of all his toys that he uses to make these videos with this screen thing. These lights. Here's one right here. You see, it's got the stand so you can erect it, where you can adjust the brightness. You got to push a few buttons. Got both of them set to 3200K, 5600K. Is that, ooh, that's bright. Covers on them, and it spreads the light out. Now, there's only two of these. Earl spent so much money on this green thing that he couldn't afford any more lights. And according to the YouTube video, you're supposed to have these lights over here with these hoodie things that shine on the green thing. It's supposed to prevent hot spots. Hot spots. Got a cable that plugs into it, and it's got a USA plug.
What?
What?
What? That's USB-C there, Twinkle Toes.
Whatever. And you plug this thingy in here when it's off and charge it. And these last like an hour apiece.
Hey, Earl.
Anyway. Oh, here comes Earl.
Yeah, kindly put the lights back
Sorry.
where you found them, please.
Sorry. I'll put everything back. Okay. Okay. Oh, boy.
All right, then. Thank you, Earl. Okay, I'm back. Had to take a lunch break. How y'all doing? So, yeah, this is the second time you get to see my filming studio in raw form. Yeah, it's a 20-foot long bedroom that I don't use, and the lighting is what they are. Those are Lume Cube lights I ordered online, and yes, I need more. There's supposed to be a light that casts onto or displays onto the green screen, so it not only eliminates hot spots by having diffused light, it also is supposed to prevent shadows, which create problems when you go to try to render a green screen. Anyway, so right now, I'm going to go ahead and probably take a moment and let me edit, because I have a small green screen and I have that side and that side, kind of unsightly. So I'm going to edit it, so let's see what happens. So here I'm going to use the mask setting in my video editing software. James, you still listening? Okay. What I'm doing now is I'm going to crop out the edges of this green screen to get out the unsightly part of my room and just have me and the green screen behind me. And when I get done, there's going to be a bunch of emptiness on each side of me. Over here, over here. And as you can see now, nothing's there. It's black. Let me add some reverb for dramatic effect. So here we are. And there's nothing over there. Nothing at all. Did you hear something? Anyway, so as you can see, it's just me and the green screen, and what's behind me normally would be on the timeline would be a video or a backdrop that I would place in there, where eventually I would take out the green screen part, the chroma key, and it would all fill in. In the meantime, me and the green screen, as you can see, it's all harmless, there's nothing there. Ow! So anyway, I'll go ahead and do the chroma key settings to get rid of the green screen. And then we'll put the backdrop back in. And we'll do that right now, I think in 3, 2, 1.
They're a cute little buggy boo. Nice
Tarnation.
Eyeballs, button eyeball. You're so cute.
Earl's been playing with my camera again.
I love you too.
I went and had a talk with myself and decided to finish this video alone, since one was trying to steal the show but otherwise kept crying about his poor little eye, and the other had gotten just plain ornery. So I fired them. Now let me finally talk about the cameras I use. Obviously, I've moved on from these time machines that I dug out of some boxes in the basement. Meanwhile, my current camera equipment is nothing special. I simply have a couple of dash cams, like this one right here. One in each vehicle. I've had them for about a year and a half, and they're doing pretty good. I have a GoPro that was gifted to me. It does very well. Both of these record on micro SD cards. Then I have this camera, which doesn't. However, it's pretty special since it also has a telephone built into it, so I can call people on it too. Then there's oh wait, how did that get in here? Is this yours, James? All three of my cameras do great at recording video since they're all capable of up to 4K resolution and can record on a selectable frame rates of 60 frames per second or higher. The latter two also have adjustable exposure and aperture settings, which narrowly mimic features only found on more expensive cameras like SLRs. So for me, these cameras have all the features this amateur ever needs. From what I've watched on YouTube, many features in those two cameras can improve a video's final rendering to successfully scrub out any traces of a green screen. Does any of this video show examples of that? No. I just let the cameras roll. I got too busy letting my imagination run wild doing silly skits to mull over the complexities of my digital camera's settings. So what you saw is what you got. So was that helpful? Probably not. Okay, let's see. Watching old family picture shows using projectors or VCRs has gone the same way as looking at processed photographs, receiving letters by mail, or even holding and reading a newspaper. Through shoe boxes full of old photos or at photo albums and sharing amongst loved ones was far more communal when compared to clicking through thumbnails on a computer screen. Reading old letters, stored in envelopes postmarked with the date and place they were mailed, was far more intimate than emails or text messages. Letters were written by hand, making them distinctive to just that one person. Letters from a sweetheart might still emanate the fragrance of a favorite perfume. Emails or texts with emojis lack those personal touches and usually get deleted once read. Did y'all hear something? Even unfolding a crisp morning newspaper, having that distinctive smell confirming it was hot off the presses just hours prior, was not only an intellectual endeavor, it was a visceral and tactile experience as well. Far different from scrolling on an iPhone screen. Old 8mm film reels were silent and only 5 minutes long. Although feeding and rewinding them into a projector actually took longer than watching them in a dark room on a white projector screen, doing so was a labor of love. VHS tapes eventually brought us home movies, which included audio. What's more, 2 whole hours could be recorded onto a single VHS cassette tape. I still look at these old machines and forms of media with appreciation, since they all had a role in recording not just my dad's childhood, but mine and my kids as well. Yep, I was one of those fortunate few. When you came to town for your annual family visit, I'd love showing you all of my family's antics recorded onto 2-hour-long videos for your family to enjoy. I loved watching you watch them because I just knew you and your family were enjoying them. Want to say a magic trick? The power of the remote control finger. Bam! Want to see another magic trick? Watch this. Yep. Neither one of the televisions worked. The projector did, and I ran a sacrificial film through it, but it's best to let those ride. I've converted most of these old reels into digital format since they won't last much longer. These old films, acetates will eventually turn them into vinegar, or a vinegar smell anyway. It's called vinegar degradation. Actually, it just means that they're drying out, they're getting brittle, and they're losing the chemicals that made them pliable. And then when they go bad, they smell like vinegar. The expected lifespan of old 8mm film is 70 years. These films right here, from way back in the 30s. The ink on their boxes will last longer than that. What's special is the handwritten labeling was done by my grandfather back then too. There's also postmarks on there. There's addresses of where they lived at the time. Back at that point, they mailed these things off to get them developed, and then got them sent back. Anyway, perhaps in digital format, these films can someday be viewed by younger family members long after I'm gone. I should probably go through them and narrate to name some names, since folks watching these things 50 years from now are not going to know who they're looking at. Much like myself, when I watch my old grandpa's videos, I'm wondering, who is this and who is that? There's only a few people I recognize in them. Anyway, James, I got a little carried away clowning around doing this video, but I am far better at that than giving tutorials on something I'm really not qualified for. Yet, as I was brainstorming all of this into what eventually became Earl's Improv, I kept thinking how what we do nowadays to make home videos would have seemed impossible a mere 20 years ago. I find it ironic that this green screen back here I bought to make videos with bears an uncanny resemblance to the white projector screen I used to watch videos on. Huh, there's an idea. Well, would you look at that? Hey, you want to see some home videos? Yep, me throwing my first sideburns 50 years ago.